Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Bringing it out, it's Higgins. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So Georgia's offense in a tricky spot here thanks to that poor return. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
Talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Provo. They stop him, but it's a 1st down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's Provo. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the 1st down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
And there's the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Caught quickly. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this 1st down for the Georgia offense. And you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Provo. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down to the 22. It's a 1st down, very near the red zone now.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Alabama's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Hand off to the right side. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's intercepted. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the out route. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. The Dogs come to the line with first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Hey, the windows are so tight on these throws for this quarterback. Positive yards are a good thing here. Now it's third and goal, getting so much closer to punching it in.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. We had a short. Exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Point after, up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Should be the last play of the quarter coming up. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Fighting off the defender. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. They jumped out to an early lead at that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They go with a direct snap. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Using his legs, it's Sperry. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. Runs right over the defender. They bring him down, but the gain sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fighting off the defender. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Single back, takes the handoff. And the ball to the ground. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of...
The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Alabama. And on this conference championship stage, it's the defense that makes the play to tie this game up.
Man, Chris, think about this. There's so much at stake. You're trying to win a conference championship. Who knows? Maybe move on, get to the postseason, into a playoff. And to come up with a play like this from your defense where they create the turnover and score themselves to tie this thing up. This is going to be an exciting finish.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Looking to pass here. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Dogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. After a slow start, this offense has finally gotten something going. Can they build more momentum here before halftime? Quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Makes a quick grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Powerful running into the secondary. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And here comes a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. So early movement for the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. And the quarterback dropping back. Here's a screen pass to the running back.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And here's the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, tied.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And they tack on the extra point. BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. This offense scored the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Quick throw, testing the middle. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's an out route. The catch made. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And that pass ball is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you gotta have to come up with and make a catch.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. The Dogs will line up to punt it away. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And looking to throw now on 1st down. The catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you can do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's going to float this one to the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, for many, this is the best conference in all of football. And the first half of this SEC championship was filled with excitement and incredible pageantry. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the much-anticipated conclusion of the SEC Championship.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. And the Bulldogs will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. We get the second half started with the running play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Running out of time in the pocket. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Caught over the middle. It's Provo. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Here's the handoff. And he's brought down at about the 3-yard line.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook could really open up on 2nd and inches.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they will claim the second half lead. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With the conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers. But, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Direct snap to the back. Runs through the defender. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Catch made on the left side. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a handoff. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught under the sticks. It's Berry. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Again, makes it second and medium. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Trying the old counter play here. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And tackled there by the defense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking to score with a run to the right. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Higgins. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. This should be the last play of the quarter. Makes a quick catch. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Heck of a ride through a very competitive first 3 quarters if you check out some of the stats here. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Bulldogs will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. We'll see what he can do with the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's a dangerous returner. Found a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that run produces a decent gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Looking for some space. It's Berry. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Touchdown, Bama. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance for this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line. He decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Higgins. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out, and they put something together in this drive. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass is intercepted. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offense starts with excellent field position. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. And he stopped just short down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
And they're trying to punch it in here. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3, this is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Higgins. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. They look to throw it here on second down. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made at the 24 as they begin to put a drive together. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Provo. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Pass complete on the crosser. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught in the flat by the running back. The defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
2nd down after that short completion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. With the catch, it's Provo. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. So the important touchdown, Kirk, but that was just the first part. Now they got to execute the onside kick, hope for a break, and score again.
Yep, and the good thing is their offense at least gave them a chance. Now you hope that your kicker, after all the practice that he's done on that side field, hope they're all by himself. You hope that it pays off and he can make this ball bounce just at the right moment where they can recover.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Takes the handoff. It's Berry. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Alabama will likely just try to run the clock out here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Toss play to the outside. Running with purpose. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this 4th quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
And a short run there to end the game. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.